Hello traders. Okay, let me continue the next half of the video. So I have typed the tradable risk events for January 30 to February 3rd, which is next Monday to Sunday. That's how I play my week basically. So again, if you want to see more detail for the previous analysis, what I just talked through in the video one, there's a lot of detail you can get more clear picture about the market right now. So for next week, Monday, immediately we will have the Bank of Japan policy rate. We have the maximum and minimum number. As you can see, it's expected to be unchanged. Basically, the futures market has completely priced in. So it's not going to change for both the negative 0.1% interest rate and the 80 trillion yen bond buying target. So it's not going to change too much. So what's going to drive is really the statement itself, not the data, the statement itself. And Tuesday, right after pre-London Open, we have a Bank of Japan press conference. Now, the tricky part about that, it's obviously you're going to speak in Japanese, so I don't know if Forex Live will have anything updated instantly, but they might, and they might give you a more outlook exactly what happened to their future planning. Now, on Tuesday, we will also have the ECB Draghi speaks, and you have a CPI flash estimate from Eurozone, core CPI flash estimate again from Eurozone, flash preliminary GDP, and unemployment rate is all from Eurozone. You have to check the timing, but sometimes the events come out at the same time. Then again, if that's the case, you got to be careful to only trade when they are in a congruent direction. But again, minimum and maximum number are here. Basically, that's how I trade it. I only trade things that's outside the deviations. And on New York session, we will have the Canadian GDP data, which again will be a good thing to trade if it's outside deviation. Finally, on the end of New York session, we have a New Zealand employment and unemployment rate, employment change. This will also be a good data to trade. I don't have the maximum and minimum number for now because it's probably not coming out yet, but I will update it on this sheet whenever I have it. And then later in New York session, in Asian session, we have the Chinese manufacturer PMI. Now, we don't use it to trade the Chinese yuan. I don't do Chinese yuan, but I use it to trade Australian dollar and Japanese yen. Basically, I'm looking for any upset or positive. If you have a very maximal positive number from China, that's always going to be a boost for Australian, and that's going to be a diminish for more a safe haven currency like Japanese yen. On the other hand, if you have a very negative outlook for China, that's actually not only be negative for Australian, that's going to be negative for the global market. So you do want to expect a risk-off sentiment following by a very negative Chinese data. If that's the case, you can't buy Japanese yen versus any other currency. February 1st, Wednesday, we will have the UK manufacturer PMI. We also have the ADP national employment. This is more a preliminary hint for non-farm payroll. We have ISM manufacturer PMI, and finally in the afternoon, we will have a federal fund target rate FOMC statement. Thursday, we will have the construction PMI from UK, Bank of England bank rate, following by the inflation report, official bank rate votes, and monetary policy summary. Then after that, we have the ECB Draghi speaks, and after about 15 minutes, you have the Bank of England Carney speaks, which is quite interesting. I think they will, I don't even know if they are in the same events or it's just separated, but it just looks like they're going to speak in the same time. Then later in Asian session, again, you have a Chinese data, which is tradable for Australian dollar or Japanese yen, only if it's outside deviation. Finally, Friday, we start the London session service PMI. Then the New York session, we have the non-farm payroll. A very important thing to trade non-farm payroll is to look not only the non-farm payroll. You basically want everything, non-farm payroll, unemployment rate, average earning, work week, and labor force participation all taken into consideration. Basically, you want them to be in the same direction. That's the first thing. And then you want one of the data to outside deviation. Ideally, it's either unemployment rate or non-farm payroll because these two are tier 1 data. Taking into consideration is because sometimes you have a higher slightly unemployment rate. It's not necessarily negative because you gotta see if the labor force participation has also increased. If you basically have more people to participate, then you will have higher unemployment rate because you have more people participating with less vacancy. So you always have to take into consideration including average earning and average work week hours. Again, they are not all important, but it's best if they are all in the same congruent direction. And you want to trade when non-farm payroll, this is really the headline if it's outside the deviation. That will create a lot of volatility for you to make some good profit. Then we will finish the week with ISM non-manufacturing PMI and factory orders. Both are from US as well. And then that's it for Friday. Then Sunday open right away. You have the retail sale from Australia, which is also tradable. And you could trade it, but just remember it's Asian session right after Sunday. Sometimes the market is quite thin liquidity, but you could trade it if it's a deviation. I don't have the maximum and minimum number for now. I will update it as soon as I get them. So guys, that's pretty much it for this week's risk events. And this is our outlook. Again, the outlook for now, because things might change since we do have 3 central banks decision for this week. And this is what happened previous week to give you some bigger picture. Okay, so weekly speaking, I don't have anything that's worthwhile to mention. I did go over the 28 currency pair, which I could go over with you. Okay, I might as go over it, yeah, just for education purpose. Let's go over it. So, Euro Pound. What happened is you have this nice bearish belt last week. 2 weeks prior to that, mainly from the Prime Minister May's comment, and this week continue to confirm that British pound is in a quite good sentiment. Now, this does not make me want to sell it, especially this week, because I have the Bank of England decision coming out. So it's kind of major risk events. I want to wait for that to see exactly what happened to British pound. Now, on top of that, not in particular favor both British pound or euro, especially this is weekly. So for me to do something in a more weekly perspective, I really want to go with the fundamentals. Since they both are fundamentally weak currencies, it's really not something I'm looking forward. Same thing as Euro Swiss. Now, Euro dollar will be something I'm looking forward to sell. I don't have it right now, which is fine. You just want to wait for it maybe to climb up. It might retest this 1.0875 before it gives us another selling signal. Euro Aussie, not looking to do anything right now. Euro CAD, Euro New Zealand. Again, I'm only looking for something that's fundamentally bearish. Euro New Zealand is the one we already in daily chart, but I'll talk about that on on Monday tomorrow at 5 p.m. because right now just only gonna talk about the weekly. So weekly perspective, Euro New Zealand is something I'm looking to sell. Euro Yen is not something I'm looking to do anything about it. Pound Swiss, same thing, not really looking to do anything about it. Cable, I'm looking to short. Once again, we are approaching this attractive area of 12750. So this will be a nice area if we can get here with some sort of bearish signal. Pound Aussie, not really looking to do anything about it. And Pound New Zealand is actually something I'm looking to sell again. Don't have anything here. And Pound Yen, not really looking to do anything about it. Okay, waiting for the data. Actually, I forgot, it's 12 a.m. right now. Okay, it's fine. Because sometimes the brokerage refresh at midnight. So let's quickly go over it. Dollar Swiss looking to buy if we have anything. Okay, so if we have anything, maybe at this 200 weeks moving average, that would be great. Dollar CAD, it's exactly the same picture. Dollar CAD is more tricky because CAD is not really a fundamental bearish currency. So I do more interested in dollar yen. And if you look at dollar yen, you have this nice kangaroo tail. So for me, this is actually will be something I'm interested to buy for this week. The only thing is I already have a dollar yen daily trade. So I'm already exposed about 0.5% in dollar yen. On top of that, I have another 1% in New Zealand yen. So that means my Japanese yen total position is more than 1%. That's why I don't want to take any more trade. Now, if you are flat, then dollar yen it's not bad to buy because you have this strong bullish kangaroo tail. But not only that, it's like you are at this nice area of support right here. So you are on a nice zone. You are cross over the 200 weeks moving average, and it does look like it's going to. It looks like it's going to keep going up. So again, because I'm already in it, I'm not looking to do anything about it. But if you're flat, I will buy dollar yen. I do think it's a nice pair. Aussie, it's not something looking to do about it. Perhaps to short Aussie dollar if we have anything right here. Oh man, I apologize for this kind of delay because of the resetting for brokerage. I'm sorry about it, guys. I just want to see if it's gonna give me a data soon. If not, we will have to finish it right here. And yeah, because it's really refreshing, you know, every midnight. So I if it's not coming out, then I will tell you right now. For Aussie, the only one I have a signal is Aussie Newsy. Now Aussie Newsy has, if you look at the weekly chart, it has a bearish big shadow, bearish engulfing. The only thing I'm not really looking to do is because of the recent events of for employment data for New Zealand, which come out on Tuesday. So I want to wait at least after that risk element. So after Tuesday's New Zealand employment data, then I might consider taking a weekly trade for New Zealand. The other thing is that Aussie New Zealand, although it does have a signal, but it's at a historical low. So maybe not the best technical space to sell it. So aside from that, that's really the only thing I have for a weekly chart. But other than that, take a look at my report. Let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, I'll be back tomorrow with another daily analysis. Okay, all right, I'll see you guys tomorrow then. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.